We are in the midst of a pandemic. People are dying from a virus. Our economy is nearly at a standstill. People are feeling vulnerable and want to buy guns to protect themselves during uncertain times. But instead of dealing with the pandemic and figuring out a way to get our economy back on track, the governor of Virginia is passing gun control laws.
After years of trying, Governor Ralph Northam pushed new gun laws across the finish line on Friday.
This is an exciting day for me, for our administration, and for Virginia.
No, it's an exciting day for you because you're a slimy shell of a man who is taking advantage of the state of the people in not only Virginia, but across the country by passing these laws when you know everyone is being distracted by the pandemic. You tried to pass these laws not too long ago, and over 30,000 people showed up to hold a protest against them. You're not doing the bidding of the people, you're doing the bidding of yourself and your daddy Bloomberg.
The new laws include background checks.
I want you to notice how they never say universal background checks. They simply say background checks. This is done to make you think that we don't have background checks, but we do. What they want to do is set a requirement for a national gun registry by requiring you to get a background check for private transactions. The problem is you can't really enforce a private transaction requirement, and they know this. When nothing changes, they'll say, our universal background checks have had no effect because we can't enforce them. So we need a gun registry of all the guns so we know who has what, and we can enforce the universal background check better. After that doesn't work, they'll be saying, okay, we just need to confiscate certain guns now because they're all registered, and you know what? They'll be able to do it. I don't know this because I'm a psychic. I know this because it's literally what Hitler did. First comes background checks, second comes registry, then comes the government saying, now give them all to me. For crying out loud, they're exploiting the chaos of a pandemic to quietly pass gun control. You think they can be trusted with a national gun registry?
Harsher penalties for leaving unlocked firearms around children.
Personally, I don't like laws that punish people for leaving firearms unlocked around children. Anti-gunners love to say that thousands of kids die every year from guns. But what they don't tell you is that they're talking about anyone under the age of 17. A lot of those kids of which die from gang violence. As for legitimate accidents, I know 6-year-olds that know their way around the firearm. Their parents teach them, and thus the parents feel comfortable leaving the guns unlocked around them. If we spent more time educating kids about firearm safety instead of gun laws, we'd save way more lives than we would throwing parents in jail after the accident already happened. That could have been avoided by education.
Requiring gun owners to report lost or stolen firearms.
I've had a gun stolen and I reported it as soon as I was aware of it. I think everyone should do this. However, there are times where people don't even realize their gun has been stolen. A lot of people don't interact with their guns on a daily basis. So yes, somebody could steal it and they never know until they were forced to know because it turned up at a crime scene somewhere. So now, not only has their gun been stolen, they're being punished for being a victim of a crime. I just can't get with that.
And a cap limiting buyers to 1 handgun per month.
Limiting the number of handguns I can buy a month is a perfect example of punishing me for the crimes of other people. They like to say that limiting gun purchases to 1 a month will help stop straw purchases. No, it stops me from buying a gun. Since when has it been okay to ration constitutional rights? That's not how rights work. Now it's 1 month, then it'll be every 6 months, and before you know it, you can only buy 1 gun a year. That's how arbitrary this number is. If you can justify limiting my purchase to 1 a month to stop straw purchases, then what's to stop you from easily saying, okay, well, actually, let's make that 1 a year? Or actually, how about none at all? And because these limitations don't actually stop crime, it'll be a perfect excuse to increase the duration.
It also includes a red flag law, which allows authorities to temporarily take guns from anyone considered a threat.
In short, red flag laws are a way to take someone's constitutional rights away even though they haven't broken the law. Any random person can make the case to a judge that you're a potential danger, and without you even being there to defend yourself against this accusation, you can have your guns taken away. Red flag laws spit in the face of due process and sets the Second Amendment on fire.
This is something that has been personal to me for many years. It is something that since I've been in political office that I have fought for.
And there you have it. This isn't about the people, it's about him. He's using the power of his office to wage his personal war against the Second Amendment during a pandemic. This is about power for him. Nothing more, nothing less.
The debate over gun rights in the Commonwealth will continue even after these laws take effect. But Governor Northam says this is his chance to stop Virginians from shooting and killing each other.
We have seen enough funerals. We've been to enough vigils. We've heard enough people say that our thoughts and prayers are with these families. But it was time to have our legislators take votes and pass laws.
How about stopping criminals from committing crimes? I can't stand this helicopter political parenting of these politicians. You're not the people of Virginia's father. You're their representative. They told you what they want when they marched on the state capitol. But because you think of yourself as an overlord instead of a representative of the people, you treat the good people of Virginia like children. And frankly, that's how a lot of these politicians see the American people. We put them in power, but they feel they've gotten there by divine right and must rule and control the little peasants. That's what gun control is. The American people can't be trusted with guns, so we're going to do everything we can to restrict them into oblivion. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. Let my voice be your voice, and let them know that you want to keep America tactical. Because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion, it was a directive.
Also, if you're wondering where to get your I will not comply, I lost all of my guns in a boating accident, the AR-15 is protected by the Second Amendment, and your state-specific Keep America tactical shirts, click the links in the description section of this video.